One of the outreaches we engaged in was the treasure hunt, where we waited on the Lord and He gave us clues that we would follow to find His treasure. Well, there was one number that a team was given, number 63.
Last night we had a treasure hunt. That was one of our outreaches that we were a part of, and it was a blast. What the treasure hunt looks like is we as a group divide up into teams, and we all come together as a team and seek the Lord and ask Him for clues. We ask Him to give us whatever's on His heart to find the treasure that is out there. And so as we began, we broke up into groups and we got several clues. That everybody gets 5 to 7 clues. And so our group, after we get the clues, we write them down, then we compare notes to find out how many of those clues look the same. But we also don't void the individual clues. But the one thing I love about the treasure hunt is it's a picture of even the body coming together. Not one person has it all. Every one of us have a piece to the puzzle. But then as we go out as a part of this treasure hunt, then every one of the clues, we follow those clues. And in our particular treasure hunt, we got airplane, we got rock, we got a fountain, we had pizza, we got pink. There were several people who got the color pink, and there even had one clue to where there was a young girl dressed all in pink who was very sad. We had the number 63. Did I say fountain? We had a fountain, and so on the way to our, we had a espresso cup or a coffee cup, and then we had a bar, pole dancers, and then we had lady boys. So all of these clues together, we put them, we took them with us, and as we stepped out, literally the way was paved. We saw an airplane right off the bat across the street from the hotel. The next thing we saw was a fountain. The next thing we saw was the color pink, and there was an arrow that literally led us to the street that we were going to be ministering on, and then another arrow, and then we saw a pizza, a sign, an advertisement for pizza, and then right after that was another arrow pointing the way to the street we were going on, then another pizza sign that said more pizza this way. And so as we were walking, we follow all these clues, and we come to this huge pink taxi. It's all pink, and so we said, okay, God, this is beginning to get more and more fun. So as we go, we even had a sign that was said cafe. One of us was given a cafe sign. So we stop right in front of this cafe, and it's Rock Cafe. And there's a young girl in there who is dressed all in pink, who is very sad, and we're able to minister Jesus to her. Then we go on to our next place, and we see another sign that had a name, but at the end of the name it was Rock. And underneath that sign, there was a cup of coffee, which was another one of our clues. And outside of this club were 2 lady boys. And across the street was Pizza Hut. So we said, okay, God, we're in another one of these divine places that you have for us to go into. So we knew we were going to have to enter into this club. As we entered into this club, there were pole dancers. And we were sat. Actually it started off just 2 of us in our team went in. The rest of them were debating about whether they wanted to enter into this zone, because it was an area where we had not ever been before. I've been on many outreaches, but I had never been kind of into this atmosphere to where it was literally in my face. We actually began to laugh because it began to be very, very humorous, because we said, okay, Jesus, we have not been this way before, and so what do you want to do? We sat down, and as we sat down, the young lady that was with me said, what do we do? And I said, I don't have a clue. I said, I'm very prophetic, but I said, right now I'm getting nothing. I was a little bit taking in my environment, so I was a little bit overwhelmed. And we just began to laugh. We just found the humor in the whole situation. That it was a total setup by God. Our interpreter came in and sat down beside us, and as we looked up after we had prayed, we noticed that the girls had numbers pinned on them, and we looked up and one of the numbers was 63, and that's one of the clues that we got on our treasure hunt. And so we begin to ask, how do we talk to the girl that is dancing on the pole dance? And so they told us that we could purchase time with her, so we paid for time with her. And actually, we had to buy her a drink. And as we bought her a drink, we were able to sit down and even, she said, cheers with our bottled water. And we were able to share the love of Jesus with her. We were able to tell her that, I know it was a little uncomfortable for her, us two women in this area where there's mostly men that come in. So I know our curiosity was probably up as, what do you want from me? And we let her know that we didn't want anything other than just to share Jesus with her. And we asked her if she had ever heard of Jesus, and she said she had read a story about Jesus, and it made her feel very warm. It made her feel very loved. And so we were able to share how loved she was, that Jesus loved her so much that we were on a treasure hunt, and we described what that meant, and that she was the treasure that Jesus came to find. He sent us to find her, to share the love that he had for her, and we were able to win her to the Lord. She got saved before we left, and we were able to establish some relationship with her and just share love with her. We thought that we were through ministering to her. She accepted Jesus the very night that we ministered to her, and she felt the love and the presence of God. But that it didn't stop there. This young lady was able to buy her out for the whole day and evening, and we were able to spend the evening with her, the whole afternoon also, and were able to pray with her and minister to her. She said she had never felt so much love. She had never been so happy in all of her life. She went to the banquet. She had the most wonderful time, and now we have a contact person for her locally that she's been back and forth texting on the phone on a regular basis, and so now she has somebody here that we can actually keep in contact with her and keep up with her, to disciple her and to see her come to total freedom. She's precious. She's full of joy, full of life, and God has a great plan for her.
You see, we just have to be ordinary people with a great big extreme love God living on the inside of us, and we can reach the world for him. Number 63 is no longer a number to us. She is a beautiful woman. She is a woman with destiny. She is a woman with a name, and she is a woman fit for the Master's palace.